On this YouTube channel, we post a variety of content. Here at Sissy Bro, we want to keep the positivity at max height. So, if you put something nice down in the comments below, we will heart it and drop a like on it. Some of the content that we post on this YouTube channel is the NFL, the NBA, and some baseball. We also post Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney videos, and we have some other cool videos. I would go check those out. Enough of me rambling, let's hop into this video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the NFL Free Agency. By the way, I'm getting these pictures from NFL.com. These are not my pictures. I'm just using them, but all the credit for these pictures goes to the NFL. Now let's get started. So I'm going to be breaking down most of the big news for the AFC, and then I'll do the NFC another day. So let's get started. Then you could see Darrell Williams agreed to a 3-year contract worth $28.2 million with nearly $14 million guaranteed. Ian Rappaport, John Filisco agreed to a 3-year contract. So 2 offensive linemen for the Bills. I think that's both good moves. Then Matt Milano agreed to a 4-year, $41.5 million contract, $21.5 over the first 2 years. That's all the moves Buffalo made. Then the Miami Dolphins traded Isaiah Wilson, or they received Isaiah Wilson from the Titans. He was the first-round pick from last year. He had some problems, so they just changed him. I think the Miami Dolphins won the trade. So then they got a linebacker, Benedict McKinney, in the Houston Texans deal for Shaq Lawson. Then they signed a punter to a 1-year deal. This next one is very lengthy. It's the New England Patriots. Patriots re-signed Cam Newton to a 1-year deal worth $13.6 million and a bunch of incentives. Then they signed Nelson Aguilar to a 2-year deal worth $26 million, an annual base salary of $11 million with $2 million in incentive per year. Then they signed Kendrick Bourne, a 3-year deal worth $22.5 million. Then they signed Jonnu Smith to a 4-year, $50 million deal that includes $31.25 million guaranteed. Then they traded Trent Brown. They acquired Trent Brown from the Raiders with a bunch of picks, late-round picks. Then they agreed to a 4-year contract with D-end Jedrick Wise Jr., a 4-year deal worth $30 million and $10 million guaranteed. Then they signed D-tackle Davon, I'm not even going to try, agreed to a 2-year deal up to $16 million, includes $9 million fully guaranteed, and a couple other minor moves. Then you got Matt Judon agreed to a 4-year, $56 million deal, includes $32 million over the first 2 years. So that's a big move. Then they agreed to a 2-year, $24 million deal with Jalen Phillips. I love all these moves by the Patriots. The receiving core got a lot better. They have now Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, and Jonnu Smith. Makes that team borderline playoff team, and their defense got a lot better. I love these moves by the Patriots. Then the Patriots signed Hunter Henry. This was breaking in the middle of me filming. So they signed Hunter Henry to a 3-year deal worth $37.5 million. Their offense is going to look a lot better. 2 good tight ends and 2 new receivers. If they could add 1 more good receiver, I think this could be a really good offense. Then the Jets signed Corey Davis to a 3-year, $37.5 million contract. So around maybe like a little over $10 million per year. Maybe like 10 to 12 or 11, something like that. Then they signed Carl Lawson, a 3-year, $45 million contract that includes $30 million guaranteed, and his max value could be $47.4 million. Then they signed Jared Davis to a 1-year, $7 million contract. And Marcus May, one of their best players, received the franchise tag. So I think the Jets got a lot better. I like Corey Davis. I think he's going to make that receiving core with, I believe, Jamison Crowder a lot better. I like that move. I like Carl Lawson. I like all these moves. Then the Baltimore Ravens signed Kevin Zingler to a 3-year worth $22 million. That includes $16 million fully guaranteed. Then they signed a D tackle to a 1-year deal. Then the next team is the Cincinnati Bengals. Re-signed Brandon Allen to a 1-year backup role. Then another big move by the Bengals is Trey Hendrickson signed a 4-year, $60 million deal, includes $32 million in the first 2 years. I really like this move by the Bengals, beefing up that D-line and hopefully making them contenders with Joe Burrow. I don't think they're going to be that great, but I think I like that move. Then re-signed Clark Harris to a 1-year deal. Then the Cleveland Browns signed John Johnson, signing a 3-year, $33.75 million contract, and $24 of that million is guaranteed. I like this move a lot by the Browns. They're a pretty good team, but their secondary is weak. I like Denzel Ward and now John Johnson. If they could get a corner and maybe one other player in the secondary, they could be a legit Super Bowl team. Then the Pittsburgh Steelers have Ray McLeod agreed to a 1-year deal. Then O-lineman signed a 1-year deal, B.J. Finley. Then Cameron Sutton, the cornerback, signing a 2-year, $9 million contract with the Steelers. Not any major moves by the Steelers, more minor moves. They don't have the great cap situation, but I like the move. Then we're talking about the Houston Texans. They signed Mark Ingram to a 1-year deal with a bunch of incentives. Then they signed Andre Roberts to a 2-year deal worth $5.95 million. Then they acquired Marcus Cannon from the New England Patriots. Then signed Justin McRae to a 2-year deal. Then signed a 1-year deal with Justin Britt. Then acquired Shaq Lawson from the Miami Dolphins. And then they signed Malik Collins to a 1-year, $6 million deal. Then a couple of other minor moves. Then they signed Christian Kirksey to a 1-year deal. So a bunch of minor moves. This is what you expect from a rebuilding team. Sign a couple of veterans to cheap 1-year deals. But I think they make this team better, but definitely not playoffs or anything for the Texans. Then the Indianapolis Colts traded for Carson Wentz. You guys already know that. And then the Jacksonville Jaguars signed Carlos Hyde to a 2-year, $6 million. James Agnew to a 3-year deal worth $21 million. Philip Dorsett to the, I believe, a 1-year deal. Then Cam Robinson received the franchise. A bunch of minor moves. Shaquille Griffin, the cornerback formerly of the Seattle Seahawks, signed with them. I believe it's a 3-year deal worth around $40 million. So a bunch of minor moves, but I think they're making this team better. I like Philip Dorsett, James Agnew, and Carlos Hyde, and Cam Robinson the best. And I think they're making the defense better slowly, but I think all these moves are pretty good, especially for a rebuilding team with the new franchise quarterback coming in through the draft. Then the Tennessee Titans got offensive tackle, agreed to a 2-year worth $8.5 million. Then signed a D tackle. But their big move is, I like this move a lot, signing Bud Dupree to a 5-year contract with $85 million with $35 of guarantee. That's going to make them, they were one of the worst pass rushes in the league. This is going to make them a whole lot better. Bud Dupree is really good. I love this move by the Titans. Then the Denver Broncos signed Delby Harris to a 3-year worth $27 million with $15 guaranteed. Justin Simmons, one of their best players, received the franchise. Ronald Darby agreed to a 3-year $30 million with $19.5 million fully guaranteed. Then the Kansas City Chiefs signed one of the best offensive linemen, Joe Thuney, to a 5-year deal worth $80 million, and 32 of that, 32.5 fully guaranteed. And then a bunch of other stuff. Then the Las Vegas Raiders signed Yannick Ngakoue to a 2-year contract worth $26 million. Former Green Bay Packers center Corey Linsley got a 5-year, $62.5 million deal with the Los Angeles Chargers, 26 of the first 2 years. I like that move by the Chargers. Now Corey Linsley's reuniting with Brian Bulaga. I think this is going to make them really good. Their offensive line was okay at best. Corey Linsley's, I would argue, top 3 center in the league. I would say the best. But I really like this move by the Chargers. Then the Chargers signed Michael Davis to a 3-year contract and $15 million guaranteed. I will be doing the NFC probably in a couple of days. This is as I'm recording. There's going to be news every time, but this is most of the news. By the way, credit to the NFL for creating all these pages that you're looking at now. This was not me, the NFL. Thank you to the NFL. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys don't mind, hit the like and subscribe button. We really would appreciate it. I know these are rough times right now, but stay happy, stay positive, stay strong. This is Sissy Bro YouTube channel. This has been Bro. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.